Welcome to the Chatelaine Test Kitchen. I'm Monda Rosenberg. In the first segment, we stuffed our turkey and it's all ready for the roasting pan. And I've preheated the oven to 325 degrees. You'll notice that the pan that I'm putting this turkey in is not like the kind of pan we often think of as a roasting pan in Canada. But this is actually a proper roasting pan. The pans that have the high sides actually steam the bird. This one, shallow, about 2.5 inches on the side, gives enough space for the air to circulate all around the bird and create a beautiful golden skin, and also doesn't hold the steam in. And you have a choice of putting the turkey on a rack if you like. That way the air can circulate all around the bird. My preference is just to put it right on the bottom of the pan, and that way the bottom of the turkey stews a bit in the juices, which will go into the gravy, and I think it gives a lot more taste to the gravy, and also I love eating those little bits in the bottom of the turkey. Once the turkey is in the pan, you take the wings, which are sticking up, and tuck them right here underneath the body. Those usually go in quite easily, and that prevents those wings from sticking up and burning when you get to the roasting stage. Now it's time to oil up the bird. My personal preference is butter, and I use it lavishly. Now this keeps the skin moist, and it also protects the breast right underneath that skin. And if you don't want to use butter, you can use oil. Good old Canadian canola oil is excellent, or you can use olive oil, whatever you like. Now, I mentioned to you that this is the easiest way to do the bird. But the way to do it and get the most moist breast skin is actually to start with the turkey turned upside down so that the breast is actually on the bottom. That way, when the juices heat up, they go to the bottom of the bird, which is the breast, and the legs are sticking up in the air, most exposed to the heat. Because the conundrum when cooking a turkey is that you've got to have the legs up to 180 degrees, but the breast only to 165, and that achieves it the best possible way. The problem is, of course, that if you roasted the turkey the entire time that way, when you go to serve it, you're going to have a turkey with an area here at the top that's going to be quite bald, and it's not going to be attractive. So if you choose to cook it that way, for the last hour, an hour and a half, you need to flip the turkey. And flipping a hot turkey is not an easy task. The best way to do it, however, that I've discovered is that you just simply take a couple of pair of pot holders or a couple of terry towels, just pick the turkey up and flip it over. It's a lot easier than trying to use spatulas. And a way that I protect the breast while the legs are cooking it a little more is I put a tent of foil on it for the first 2.5, 3 hours. Just take the foil like this, bring it back a bit so that you've already got the stuffing protected, so that the legs are exposed. Just tuck it underneath here like this. And try to not have it sticking to the bird. Okay, it's ready for the oven. Roast the turkey in the oven at 325 for about 20 minutes a pound. So for a bird this size, it's going to take about 4 hours. The turkey's been roasting now for 4 hours. Let's see if it's done. At the 3-hour mark, I took the foil off the turkey, and I've been basting it about every 15 minutes in. You see what a golden brown coloring it's taken on? Now to tell if the turkey's done, you can use an instant read thermometer, insert it right into the center of the stuffing, and it should go to 165. Or you can put it into the thick part of the thigh, and it should go up to 180. Or if you don't have a thermometer, just shake its leg. And if the leg will move easily, then you know it's done. And this turkey is done. All that's left to do now is take the turkey out, cover it, let it sit for about 15 minutes for those juices to thicken up a bit, and make the gravy, which we're going to do in the next segment.